guys, it's Katie here again from Creativa. Sorry it's been a long absence, I'll tell you about it later, but I think maybe one of the last videos I did was a flip through of this book, and I asked people if they wanted to be able to access the SVG files or printable templates to make one themselves, and they did, so that's what I've done. So today I'm going to start making this book again with you. So what was special about this book was that it had the box at the back. So this book I'm calling the Memory Keeper book because it has this removable box in the back that we can take out, and inside the little box is more little boxes. Can't have enough boxes, I tell you. And each one of those comes out as well. And I love these little ones because they have the little surrounds on them. And they're very much like the Bella book box or the SVG book of boxes, but it is part of a book now. So today we're going to start making this section of our book. When I did a flip through of this one, and I'll put a description below, I did this one, this prototype as a junk journal. So it has got lots of signatures in it that you can write in. But the one that we're going to do together is going to be a mini album. So it won't have the writing pages, but it will have more interactive flips and flaps and things. So I'll put this book to the side. Did I say? I can't remember. I'll put a link to this in the description box if you want to see the flip through. That's what I was going to say. We'll keep this here in case we need to look at it again. And there are a few little bits and pieces here I just thought I'd mention quickly in case you're interested. I'm going to use this cardstock, or I have been using this cardstock. It's just craft coloured. It of course doesn't say on here how thick it is, but I feel like it's about 180 GSM. Doesn't say anywhere how thick it is. So American Crafts colour book. So sort of gives you an idea. I think it's about 170, 180 GSM. I don't know what that is in pounds, but it's just regular scrapbook paper, not terribly thick. And then I'm using this set of papers, and I downloaded these off Etsy. Oh, I think it was from Romantica Arts, but I'll put a link in there. And because the book I want to make, I'm thinking about it being more about a memory keeper book about your garden. So you could put little photos of each of the plants in your garden at different times of the year, some notes about the plants. In the memory keeper section at the back, I was thinking you could put little seedlings or seeds, and I don't know. That's what I was thinking. So I like this kind of vintage look of this paper. Of course, I never recommend a particular brand, style, colour or anything of paper. I think it's completely up to you. I'm just showing you how to put something together, but the creative choice of paper is completely up to you. See, and you can do this in so many different ways and achieve so many different looks. And then I've just got this background paper that I like to print out, and I'll put a link to this as well. It's basically craft paper. I don't know if you can see the lines on it, and there's 100 different colours, so that I find that I can usually find some really good shades to go with just about any kind of colour paper that I want to use. So I find that really handy. So that's what I'm using. Okay. I'm not going to mention that again now in any other videos. So then we're going to I've cut some pieces out already. So this is the set of SVG files. It will come in two sets. It's either one big file that contains everything like this, which is great for Cricut because you can just load it all in one go, job done. But for machines like the Silhouette and the Brothers Scan and Cut, you can only load up one 12 by 12 file at a time. So this will also come as a set of files for those kinds of machines as well. And then there's the PDF. Now this looks scary, I know. The PDF is 24 pages in total. That's to make the whole book. The first, it looks like 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. The first 15 pages are the pieces themselves that I would cut out of this cardstock with the tags and things. And then the last pages are the mats for those. So you would just print out each page that you need. So this is just an overview of each one of the pages so that you can easily see what's on a page. Yeah. I don't know if I can say anything more than that. If you've used PDF templates before, then you'll understand the process. So to do these videos, I'm just going to refer to this one because it's quite easy to see on screen, but every single piece that's on here is also on here, and it has the same name on here as it does on here. So if I say I'm using Short Pocket 2, then on here it will also be Short Pocket 2, which is there, and then Short Pocket 2 matte is here. So in the description box below, I will put a list. I'm going like this. I don't know, like that. In the description box below, I'll put a list of all the pieces that I've cut out today. So you don't have to write anything down or remember it. You can just have a look at the description box below. And you'll be right to go. Okay, I've nattered forever, and I know people get really cranky when I don't just start doing the videos. So let's just start doing it. Right, so this little guy here is a box on its own, and then it has boxes inside. So let's start by making the outside box, and for that we need these pieces here. Now, I cut these pieces out so long ago, I don't even remember myself. It's going to be an exploration for me as well. There's some mats. Okay. I know that I have got my base box alongside 2 of these. So that's this guy here. I've cut 2 of those out. And my Cricut has done the scoring for me. And I've just already pre-folded it. And it's really dark. And I have, just dress it along the edges, and I always use these days the Tim Holtz gathered twigs for that. So I've got 2 of the base box alongside pieces there. Then I have got 2 of the base box short side pieces there, which I've also done the same thing too. I have got 2 of the base box lid pieces. So again, these are the pieces in blue, and that's those there. And I know I've been yabbering on, but I just thought I'd mention, if you've never made one of my projects before using the set of SVG files, you'll need to go and check out a video on how to attach the score lines to the pieces and save it as a project. Now, I've done that heaps of times for heaps of different projects, so I'm not going to bore everyone to tears again by recording another video on how to do that specifically for this project. But I will tell you to go and check out one, and I'll put the link in the description box below so that you can go and see it, because the principle is the same regardless of what project we're doing. And you can always ask questions in the Facebook group as well if you're confused. So we have a special Facebook group. It's called Bella Creativa Divas. You're very welcome to join us. There's some free projects in there. And then there's also the opportunity to ask any questions and share any of your own projects. Okay, that is the end of the ad. Going back to here. The base box lid, I've cut 2 of those. And that's the blue piece with the little tab on the side. I have cut one of these, which is the base box surround, which is actually this piece, this largest piece of all these ones here. Can you see? I don't know. There's the small box surround, the medium box surround, the long box surround, and then it says base box surround, and that's the biggest one that goes all the way around the edge. I've cut one of those out, and I have cut out one of the base box bases. Okay, so let's do that. Pretty simple. We're just going to take these two long side pieces here and attach them to this side, and then we're going to take these two pieces and attach them to this side and this side. But it's important to know which way they go. So we are going to attach this tab here along underneath the base box like this. Okay, so my glue to do that, I'm using glitter glue, and both these sides are exactly the same. So I'm just going to put some glue along this tab on the inside of the tab there, if you can see, and attach that. I'm going to do that for both of the long sides, okay? So just going to line that up along that crease, or that fold line. Make sure it folds over still, and it's lined up nicely. I'm happy with that. Oh, it feels like so long since I've done a video. I'm sorry if I'm prattling, or I'm not sure. It just feels a bit weird, so I just have to get used to doing a video again. I'm going to put this one on here. I had to order some more art glitter glue. There was a time when I was really resistant to trying it because I had to buy it online, and I'm really impatient about waiting for things to arrive. Especially in Western Australia, because everything has to come over from over east, so it takes usually at least a week, at least 7 days, maybe longer, for anything to come over from Melbourne or Sydney. And I haven't got time for that waiting. I haven't got the patience. Anyway, I've decided that art glitter glue is worth waiting for. Okay, so then we're going to attach these pieces here. Now the thing that you need to notice is that one of these edge pieces here is longer. You see this piece here is longer across there than this section here. That's our outside piece. So we're going to flip it over like we did these ones and attach that piece to here. You'll notice that it fits perfectly across there. Right, so then we can fold it over like that. So I'm going to glue along here. It's actually been ages since I've done this myself. I hope I'm not leading you astray. I'm going to stick my finger in the glue and pop that on here like this. Make sure that it's lined up nicely. And then glue that down like so. And then we're going to do the same thing here. So again, it's the longest section that we're going to glue closest to the base. Okay, so I'll put some glue like that. And you attach this along here, like so. Press that down. This is basically how we're going to make each of the boxes. It's the same formula. Okay, so then we're going to fold these pieces up and glue them down. One thing I have found helpful, somewhat helpful, is to just take my little piece here that we're going to stick on at the end and just line that up on my base piece like this. And then just using a pencil, I just like to draw around that on the inside. It just helps me to sort of line up where I'm going to be sticking my little tabs. I'll show you what I mean in a minute. So I'm just drawing a line along the edge here. Okay, I don't know if you can see that, but that's my little lines here. So, because what we're going to do is we're going to bend this over and fold, so we're going to fold this tab out, like out the ways like that. And then we're going to fold this over, and this crease line here, I want to get that as close to sitting on that line that I've just drawn as I possibly can. And that's because we want this section here to stay the right sort of width. So then when we put this on top, it's nice and neat. And also when we put our mat on the bottom, I don't know if this is the bottom mat, I think it is, it fits in there really nice and snugly. So that's why I've done that. So I'm going to put some glue on here. And then this crease, this fold line here, I'm going to try and line up on that, not this edge tab, but this creasy bit here, just to make it a bit more difficult. In fact, what might make it easier is if I take my ruler and I extend that line out a little bit each side so I can see it. And then I'm going to fold that in like that, and the same on this side. Just trying to line it up with that line, just to make it a bit neat. Okay, and then we'll give that a crease like so. And do the same on this side. So if I extend this line out along here, I can easily see where I need to line it up just here. I hope I'm making sense. It's hard when you're doing video tutorials. You can't check that someone understands what you're saying. So you want to make sure, I want to make sure that you know what I'm saying, but I also don't want to go on about it so much that you're kind of like, oh, we're not stupid, Katie, move on. You know? Right, so I've just done the same here. I'm lining it up with my line that I've drawn in, like so. I'm going to turn it around so I can see both sides, like that. Good press. Lovely. Now I can't really see the edge of these lines, these short ones here, so I'm just going to use my pencil and just sort of draw it in, I guess, a little bit here. It's not perfect, but hopefully it helps me. So then we're going to do the same. We're going to fold this tab here over like so it's facing out the way, and I'm going to put glue on there, and then we're going to fold this in and line up that corner or that fold line with the line that we've just made. You might find it easier at this stage just to fold those little tabs in on each end here, and then we're going to give this a go. This is sort of a little bit trickier, this section, because it's harder to see the line. But we'll do our best. I'll draw my line up here a bit and up here a bit. That helps. See, that one's way forward. It's really easy to bring your tab way inside without even realising it. I'm going to do the same on this side, so it definitely helped me just to extend that line up this wall a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to fold these little tabs in just to get them out of the way. Fold this tab back. This is how I'm making it look more difficult than it actually is. Once you've done one, you'll be fine because they're all constructed in the same way. Okay, so then we're going to fold this one in and line it up with my little tab line that I've done there, and my little extended line there and there. Press that down. So then we have tabs on the outside and tabs on the inside, so all we need to do is go around and I find it easier to join up my outside tabs first, so I might start on this side because that's... So this little tab here is going to fold over and attach to that edge section there like that. So I'm going to go around and do that for all of these. So I'm going to pull that nice and tight, and so it's nice and edged together nicely like that. And then just fold it over, and we might need to hold it for a second to make it grab. This is where you have to be patient, and patience is not my name. Okay, so that's that one. And so I'm just gonna go around quickly and do this for all of them. Okay, so here's my box, which isn't sitting very flat, but we just have these little tabs on the inside. So all we have to do is just fold that little tab up, put some glue there, and then just making sure that again that those edges are nice and lined up close to each other, and then just press that one down. And I'm going to do the same for all 4 of those, and that will just help our little box to be stronger and also hopefully make it hold its shape a bit better. Okay, so I'll just go around and do that for these ones as well. Right, so that's my book base box, my book box base, yeah, something like that. So then we've got this little guy here that we cut out already as well. That was the base box surround, this little guy here, and I'm just going to glue that one down, and that again just helps to hold the shape and make it look nice and neat. So I'm going to put some glue around here, right the way around. And then we just got to line this little guy up on there. And just make it look lovely and neat and special. It's those little touches that make the difference, I think. Make something look really well made. Still handmade, it's not perfect, but it does look like, you know, there's some attention to detail. I'm rabbiting now. Okay, so that is that. I'm not happy with that little corner especially. There we go, looks pretty good. Wait for that glue to dry. Okay, so then we have got this guy, these 2 pieces here. These are the base box lids. I've cut 2 of those. So the reason, what I'm going to do is join these together. So on one of them I'm going to cut the tab off. We don't need that. So let's cut the tab off. So I'm just going to grab my trimmy tool, cutting board, whatever they're called, and line that score line up on there and just cut that off. In fact, I'm going to go a little tiny, like 1/8 or something in, like 1 millimeter or something. Just cut off that tiny little bit just to make it easier to fold. Okay. Scissors. There we go. So I'm going to attach this one here where I've cut that tab off plus that little extra bit to the back of my book box lid, like so. And the reason we cut that little extra bit off is so that this is still folds nice and easily, even with this one sitting on top. So I'm just going to put some glue on here. And the reason I'm doing this is on this one I only did it 1 thickness, and I just feel like it's just bowed up a little bit, and I believe that is because of all the weight sitting on top of it in the book. So I thought if we made it double the thickness, it will be able to withstand that pressure a little bit. So this is not necessary, up to you whether you want to do it or not. So I'm just attaching that to there. Give that a little press. Make sure it's stuck together. And this side. Didn't line it up very well there, Katie. It's going to be too late to move it now. Oh, I'm just being pedantic. There we go. What I am going to do is I'm just going to ink along the edge a bit there, because that's where I cut it off, so I don't have quite as much ink along there as I would like. That's better. So that's going to be my inside. And then we're just going to take this lid, and we are going to just attach this tab to the side to make our lid, like so. So I'll put some glue on this tab. And attach it along here like this. So I'm just making sure that it attaches to the edge, and also that the lid is lined up with the rest of the box. Give it a press. Of course, it's taking a bit to hold. And that is it. Just so that's our cute little base box. Oops, I'm going to have to put some more glue on there. Okay, let's try that again. I'm going to put my base box lid on, like so. Make sure it's lined up. So I don't want to press it too hard, because these side, all these sections are hollow, and so that they'll just crush if I press too hard. Just needs a bit to catch. Alright, I'll just pop that to the side. But now I'm going to put my mats on. So I just thought I'd mention that there's mats for everything. For the inside, for around the edge here, for the base box underneath. We've got all of that to pop on around the sides. And there is one for the bottom, but I don't know. I can't remember if I cut one out for the bottom or not. Let's find out. This is going to take a little bit of time. So there is no real place for a catch. So for this one, I've used a little bit of this sari ribbon. It's not really ribbon, sari material. So I guess I'll probably do the same on this one, although I didn't get any out. So just bear with me. Back in a flash. Okay, I'm back. I've got this sari ribbon, which is a nice kind of sea green. So I'm going to attach it to the back of my box, and then maybe to the inside of there, so we can do that. So I'm just going to find the halfway mark on the back here. This is 21 centimeters if anybody was interested, so half is 10.5. Put a bit of glue there and a bit of sari. there. Like so. Sticky. And then I'm going to do the same on the back of my box. So 10.5 is there. And then I take my other end, try and flatten it out, put a bit of glue, and stick down. That's a really wide piece of sari, so I need some more glue. Now I've got glue all over my fingers. It's alright. Of course that's going to get covered over by our mats. So then if we want to tie that up, let's see, we probably want it to be maybe about there. It's probably too much. I always make it too much. Okay, so then we can put our mats on the top and cover that up. So I've already cut my mats out and I'll go ahead and put them on. I'll just show you what they are. So for the base box long side, we've got a mat for each one of those. So of course we will have 4 mats. Now you'll see that 2 are slightly longer than the other 2, or you know, there's 1 long mat for each piece and 1 shorter mat for each piece. That's what I'm trying to say. So the long ones go on the outside. So this will go here like this. And then the shorter ones will go on the inside. Here. And you'll find the same for the base box short side. You'll have 2 different lengths of those as well. There will be ones that are just a touch bit longer than the other ones. So the ones that are a touch longer, these ones here, will go on the outside of my box along there. And the shorter ones will go on the inside, like so. So that's that one. And then we also need a base box base. Now I think that this might be my base box base. It's going to go there like that. And then I have 2 of these pieces, which is the mats for the lid. Now I don't know what I had in mind, which one went where. I think I was going to go with the stripy on the outside and the polka dot on the inside. So I'm just going to go away and put those mats on because that's not very interesting to watch, and then I'll be right back. So I'll see you in a minute. Okay guys, I'm back and I have just gone ahead and put all my little mats on my box. A couple of things I forgot. The box base surround, the bit that goes on the inside here, there's a little pink mat for that one which I have cut out already and glued on here, so it's got this nice finish. Well, if I'd stuck it straight it'd be even nicer, but you won't notice. It's just me. So I've got the little mat, tiny little skinny mat on there. And then I have done a mat on the back, but you would think that I would have cut out the base box base mat. That is, I can't think of a better way to say it. You'd think I would have cut that mat out, but I didn't. I actually cut out the lid mat and put it on here because it's bigger than this mat, because remember this mat's a little bit smaller to take into account the walls. So this mat here is smaller, so I actually cut out one of these mats and stuck it on the back, and so that's nice and finished now. And I've got my little closure here. So you might not want to do this as a closure, you might have some other ideas. There's lots of things you can do, and I'm sure you can come up with some great ideas for that. So I was going to go into the boxes for the inside in this video, but I think it's getting a bit long, so I think we will do the little boxes in another video. But the other thing I just wanted to mention was I put some little corners on here, and I was saying about this warping a little bit because it didn't seem as strong because it was only one layer. I feel like this is much stronger with the double layer of cardstock on the lid, but that's up to you, but that's just my thoughts on it. So that's the base box made. So I hope that you stick around. In the next video I will make the little boxes to go on the inside here, and then we'll make the cover and insert the pages, and then we'll do the pages. And so I hope you stick around for those videos and watch this project as it takes shape. Thanks very much for your time today, guys. I hope to see you guys again soon. I hope that you like the video and you'll give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Thanks for watching. Bye. Bye.